Good morning. Brothers, sisters, this morning, let's take a pause. Today the church pauses. Take a breath. We pause right smack dab in the middle of Advent for what we call, do you know what this Sunday's called?
Gaudete.
Yeah, I have no idea what you said.
Gaudete.
I assume you said Gaudete Sunday. That's right. Good job. It is Gaudete Sunday, and Gaudete means...
Rejoice.
I can't hear nothing y'all say. Rejoice. Yes, I think I heard it over here. Rejoice. Joy. This is the Sunday of joy, the Sunday to rejoice, and it's in the church's gentle reminder, gentle command at this point in Advent that we take a pause, we take a breath, and we rejoice because the Lord is near, and He is getting nearer faster. For children, all the kids out there, this season of joy, this week to rejoice, to be joyful, I think it comes more naturally for them. The excitement, the anticipation, the joy of what's right around the corner. What's coming? What's right around the corner? Christmas. That's right. I heard that one. Christmas. And so I think it's easy for them to get joyful and excited about that. For adults, it may be a little bit harder at times to get as excited. This Sunday for us feels more like a wake-up call, right? An alarm bell. You know, we still have presents to buy, gifts to get. We still have gatherings to plan and parties to go to, work to finish, homes to clean, people to invite, homilies to write. Well, that might just be me. I don't know. Either way, it's in the middle of all that hectic. The season's so hectic. It's so noisy. Not that noise. That is divine, holy noise, right? I can listen to that all day. Maybe. But the church reminds us in that hecticness, whispers to us, be patient. Be patient and rejoice because God is near. St. James tells us to be patient until the coming of the Lord. And he doesn't mean a passive, standby waiting type of patience for something to happen, but a hope-filled preparation of patience and anticipation. And so this morning we ask ourselves, are we preparing for Christ with the same seriousness that we prepare for everything else this season? Which brings us to part 3 of the Watchman, which I know you're all biting at the bit to hear. When the third week arrived, dawn began to break, and a rare warmth came over the land, as the sun itself was rejoicing on this day. And once again the watchman climbed the tower, and once again he opened his wooden box. Once again he lifted, this time, the third candle. This one was the one, if you remember, it was marked with a tiny overflowing cup. He places that candle with the others, and he prays once again a simple prayer. He says, Lord, fill us with the joy that overflows from your presence. And as he lit that candle, the flame danced, seemingly brighter than the first two, as if it could not contain its delight, could never be blown out. And once again, travelers saw this light, and they found renewed strength. And once again, children laughed at the growing circle of light and what was approaching. And once again, some townspeople continued to grumble. What is there to rejoice about? Winter is long. My burdens are many and heavy. There's still so much to do. And so once again, the watchman simply answers. This is the candle of joy. It is joy because joy is not the absence of hardship. It is the presence of God. My friends, as we said, today is Gaudete Sunday. And we light the pink candle, the candle of joy. And it reminds us that joy is not pretending that life is easy, but that knowing that God is near and getting nearer. Every year, the world tries to steal Christmas from you. Little ones, I have good news and bad news. You know Santa, right? Santa Claus, yeah? Well, the good news is Santa Claus is real. Oh, yes, and a priest can't lie from the pulpit, so you know that's not fake news. Santa is real. The bad news So is the Grinch. The Grinch is also real. My friends, every year the Grinch, the world, tries to steal Christmas from us. Sometimes with noise, sometimes with distraction during the season, sometimes with things that are good, things that are pleasant, things that are okay, but they miss the point of the season. You know, people say Christmas is about gifts and giving and lights and decorations, family and good food, generosity. All these things, good things, all these things, beautiful things. But none of these things is the center of Christmas. Christmas at its center is about one thing and one thing only. It is about God giving us something, someone beautiful, His Son. This is what is at the center. And when we lose sight of that, it doesn't matter how wonderful all the other things are, and they are wonderful. But when we lose sight of the center, we lose sight and lose everything. Any holiday, any celebration can have presents and parties and decorations. But what makes Christmas different, what we're preparing for, why it's so different, is the joy that comes from heaven in it. It's the immortal one taking on mortal life. As we reach this midpoint of Advent, we ask ourselves very practical questions. Are we ready for all the gatherings, for the gifts, for the break from work, the break from school? Are you on school break yet? It's not a trick question. What? Okay, I don't know what she said. School break, though. It's okay, she doesn't have a microphone. But we have to ask ourselves, as we ask ourselves those practical questions, are we ready for all these things? We also have to ask ourselves, I ask you to go deeper with those questions and ask yourself, are you also ready for God to enter your heart and your home this Christmas? As you prepare your houses, are you preparing your soul with an empty manger for Him to reside in? Or will the Lord once again find no room at the inn? Is my preparation, is it all external? Lists, decoration, obligations? Or is this Advent, is something right now truly, truly changing inside me, changing me from within? Brothers and sisters, when we invite Christ into everything, inviting Christ into our errands, our stress, our celebrations, the noise and hecticness of this season, what happens is that you allow His divinity His very divinity to transform your humanity. It's fine to rush around, to shop, to party, and to have all the gatherings and all these things, the Christmas spirit. That is good and wonderful, and we should. But let Christ be the reason and the center behind all of this hecticness, all of this rushing this season. John prepared Israel for Christ's coming. And now that mission rests on your shoulders, to carry Christ in your actions, to reveal Him in your patience, to make Him visible in your joy this day, and to make room for Him in your homes, your families, and in your heart. Brothers and sisters, that is how you keep Christmas from being stolen this year. That is how ordinary, hectic moments become moments of holy grace, and how a single candle can express joy to the world. God, that Sunday reminds us that joy does not come from the ease of life, but from the nearness of God. And so this week, as Christmas dawns ever closer, slow down. Slow down. As you prepare your home, prepare your heart first. Welcome the joy that overflows from His presence. Make room in the inn of your soul before you make room in your house for your guest. And like the watchman on the tower, may that light of Christ burning within us become a beacon of others, for others. And may it be a sign that someone still waits, still hopes, and that God is near and getting nearer very soon.